Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you're watching another live edition of the LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. Your daily dose of geek news, reviews, and answers that you can use. Like an answer to the question, why is Chris wearing his Back to the Future 2 cap? Because I believe that 2015, which we are now solidly in, I'm still signing all my emails 2014. It's going to take a while to get over that. Well, because today is Hat Day. Did you know that? It is. Hat Day. We celebrate it. We have been celebrating it on LockerGnome.com. I don't know if you visit LockerGnome.com or subscribe to it, or follow LockerGnome on Twitter, but I was retweeting from my personal account some of the awesome things that we were tweeting from the LockerGnome account, and this is one of my favorite caps. It annoys some people, but I love it. It's me. It is totally me. And I had no idea this even existed until last year, 2014, before Back to the Future 2 would have happened if Back to the Future 2 really happened. I know, that's fictional, but Hat Day is not. What there needs to be a day for is Bad Hair or Hat Head Day. Because I could totally win at that, like you would not believe. My favorite hat. Yes, I had a while back the LockerGnome hat or cap. Unfortunately, back in the day when I had these things, and I guess I still have them, no one wanted to buy my face. So I stopped selling my face. I don't know. It's just not a face that I think anyone wants to wear. So I also have this hat. What other hats do I have? Well, I got the Darth Vader hat, but you've seen plenty of that, and trust me, today's TLDR is going to be full of it. And I mean, full of Darth Vader. Not full of it, as general it. But it is going to be a very visual one, so if you're listening to the podcast on SoundCloud, you may want to watch the video. TLDR is broadcast live to the patrons, aka the Supernomies. They get to watch it without ads. They get to watch it a day ahead of time. All sorts of bonuses. Please, if you're so inclined, I appreciate that kind of support. It allows me and my very small team to do what we do for you. We have the Name Your Own Price Backend Developer Course Bundle. You want to be a backend developer? Do you even know what a backend developer is? Well, it's possible that you need to take the course. We've got a discount for you on deals.lockergnome.com. Also, the Productive Entrepreneur Course Bundle. Free. There you go. You want to be a productive entrepreneur? I do. I try. I do my best. I've offered my tips and tricks over time, but we have the course bundle for being a productive entrepreneur free at deals.lockergnome.com. And then, of course, the Flint and Tinder 10-year hoodie. Currently on a discount, deals.lockergnome.com. I've got a collaborative project I want to begin working on with you, if you are watching right now, no matter who you are or you're listening. This is something that I'm kind of excited about. I'll get to that in a second. First, I want to let you know that one of our sponsors, Citrix, has GoToAssist, offering a secure cloud-based solution for IT and customer support professionals to provide live and unattended remote support to their employees and customers working from any computer or mobile device. For a 30-day free trial, visit gotoassist.com. Easy to do. That's all. Just go there. Tap a link if you want. I think we've got the link for you in this video's description. If we don't, I'm sure you will remind me, Chris, I don't see the link in the video description. I need to tap something. No one ever says that. I'd imagine that if you don't see a link, you don't. I made up that voice in my head for some reason. Why do I always fall to the same voices? I mean, I only have so much of a range. I'm not a voice actor, obviously. That's why I'm doing here. Although I do wish I had more training. As I've been listening to audiobooks lately, they have a series of Dr. Seuss books that are narrated by celebrities, like Kelsey Grammer. Kind of excited about that, being a huge fan of the Frasier series. Love watching the reruns, even though I've seen them a billion times. It's just comfortable for me. I just like Frasier. I like that. I just like it. I don't know why. You ever like something and you don't know why? Frasier is that for me. So audible.com/LockerGnome is where you can download a free audiobook if you want, and you should, because, hey, there you go. It's free. Or, okay, fine. Don't take the free thing I'm offering. It's completely up to you. I'd recommend it, though. So they've got some Dr. Seuss books, which I grew up with, narrated by celebrities. And it's got me thinking, as I'm beginning to read to Jedi, these various books that we might get, or just, articles or anything, I may want to record in some way, shape, or form. And I hate the sound of my voice. Hate it. And there's so many times I'll say something and feel the need to say it again because I don't feel I said it the way I wanted to say it. I slurred a word. I had my inflection in the wrong place, the emphasis on the wrong syllable, It happens really to the what? Oh, emphasis on the wrong syllable. There's no one here in my room with me, right? There's no one here. This is my finger mustache, though. Okay. So this experiment, this grand experiment, I just tweeted out seconds ago. And I know you follow me on Twitter. I mean, let's face it, because everybody else on Twitter's tweeting things, but not as exciting as the things that I'm tweeting, I'd like to believe. Ocho came to me, and they said, hey, Chris, we've got this platform where we make it easy from within the app, this app here, the Ocho app, to reply to someone's video post, like an 8-second video post, with a video itself. So you go here within the Ocho app, right there, download it, it's free. Ocho, spelled O-H-C-O? O-C-H-O, that is Spanish for 8, or the Ocho. Wasn't that from the movie Dodgeball? The Ocho. ESPN 8, the Ocho. I can't do an Ocho symbol. That's the Ocho symbol, right? That's the best thing I can do right there. So you go here, you press reply on my video where I ask you, hey, give me your favorite top tech product for the year 2014. It opens up this little video preview window, and you can flip the camera to the front-facing camera, the rear camera, and it'll also tell you, hey, you need to flip the camera around, to the landscape mode. Otherwise, it'll be not as nice as it would be if it was in this orientation. So it's nice that they warn you about that. And then you have 8 seconds to show me your top tech product for 2014. We got a month, okay? And then after this month, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through all the video responses, and I'm going to clip them out, and I'm going to compile them into one video. My hope is to have like 100 people, I know, out of thousands, 100 people leaving really good video responses saying, hey, Chris, my top tech product is the thing you talked about in the Q&A with you and me today. Or my top tech product is the... I'm looking for a tech product that I can actually pick up and use, because all the tech products I have, I'm using at this point. Oh, okay, let's say this. It's the iMac 5K with Retina display 5K, or wherever 5K and Retina display fit in that product name. 8 seconds long, as a video reply. At the end of the month, I compile everyone that I think, oh, like, this is a good reply, this is useful, and then it gets put into one video that we're going to publish in this channel, or maybe the other channel. I haven't decided which channel, but you can be in a video with me. You have 8 seconds. Hit reply. I'll be reminding you about the Ocho challenge every day for the next 30 days, so get used to it. Not that difficult to do. Want to be in a video with me talking about tech? No easier way. Honestly, I don't think there's an easier way. Found this on sale yesterday when I went to the comic book store to pick up Star Wars #1, which I finally had a chance to read last night after all was said and done. Good. Amazing art. Good story. I felt I could... latch on to what was going on. The characters sounded true to themselves. I could hear the voices, the classic characters. The story takes place between A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back. Good time. This is canon. Very happy about that. Not Nick Cannon. Canon. Story. So this is valid. Everything that happens here is a part of canon. So that's another reason why I'm going to be lashing onto this. My review of Star Wars #1. And I'm not a comics connoisseur. Suffice to say, as a Star Wars fan, I think this is absolutely something I'm very excited about. Oh, I gotta show you. No, I'm gonna show you something. At the end of the comic, you can get your own comic if you want. At the end of the comic, this one, they have teasers to 2 other series that they're doing with the Marvel reboot, or I guess, taking back of the Star Wars comic franchise. Darth Vader's got its own comic series, and Princess Leia does as well. The Darth Vader teaser at the end of this comic had me going, what? Dude! So cool. And to know it's canon gets me even more excited. So I'm very much looking forward to that as well. And if nothing else, those two, at least the Darth Vader teaser. The Princess Leia teaser, I was kind of like, meh, But Darth Vader, absolutely. Check it out. And you like Chewbacca, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, 3PO, R2-D2, Darth Vader, they're in the first edition. I would expect no less for the story that takes place between A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back. I also picked up this keychain on a discount as I was out shopping for things. I think I had one, or I thought I had one like it. No, I guess I don't. I didn't have this one. Or if I did, maybe it's out of the package somewhere. I usually keep them hanging off a big Vader, but I'm going to be keeping this within the package. Discounted sticker on the back and all. Also happen to pick up 50% discount on recreating Star Wars, or Darth Vader in paper. I originally saw this, I'm like, yeah, it's interesting, but it's a little pricey for what it was that I wasn't going to assemble. But at 50% off, I'm like, yeah, I'm in, baby. Even if I'm going to keep it in the box and keep it collectible. So I got that as well. Picked up a nice new Darth Vader Star Wars mug. Yeah. You like that? I do, because on the other side it says the dark side, which is great because I love dark roast coffee. This I'm a huge fan of the dark roast coffee. Like you wouldn't believe. Like, if you gave me a choice between dark, light, what is it? Blonde, light, dark, medium, dark. Every day I will choose the dark side of the coffee, of the coffee bean. Oh, what? Too many Star Wars things? Fine. I asked you and, well, if you were paying attention, on Twitter and Facebook yesterday when I had this in hand, also on sale for less than $9, a dancing baby Groot. If he was a baby. I don't know if he's a baby, but there he is. A lot of people collect these pop by, what is it, Funko? Yeah, Funko does these, right? I thought it was a Funko product. Yeah, Funko. And I guess Funko's also, yeah, they're up in my area. Up here in Seattle. I don't know any of them there, and they don't know me, and I don't think they want to know me. But I have a baby Groot. I will be removing him from the box, but I will also be keeping the box. Now, I say this because if you watched today's Pirillo vlog, I kind of freaked out when one of the people who, she's helping with, sorry, I lose my train of, Liz texts me at the moment I'm talking about Liz, and then I lose my train of thought of who Liz is. She's helping me facilitate things. She got a baby Groot. She paid more than I paid for this one. Ha ha. And she threw the box away. I'm like, no. Ooga, 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 chaka. Ooga, 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 chaka. Ooga, 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 chaka. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Want to change. Oh, sorry, can I screwed up the lyric. Tame. Why do I want to tame? I do not want to tame James Gunn. I want to not tase James Gunn. I want to tag James Gunn so he knows that I now have a dancing Groot. It's a bobblehead. Doesn't bobble very well when it's still in the box, though, unfortunately. It's kind of sad. Oh, hon? Boo? I wonder if Jedi's asleep. Normally, when I'm out and about getting things done for the day, I pick up a latte for Diana, but today I decided to get a 1-pound gummy bear for her. I wanted her to eat it live, right here on YouTube, and I don't know if she's going to do that. I mean, this is pretty freaking nerdy. Like, look. The bear is equal to 280 standard-sized gummy bears. It's a big freaking gummy bear. I want her to eat it in one sitting. Do you want to eat it? You try it in one sitting. Try sitting here and eating the whole thing.
No way.
I think it's possible.
You think so?
Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open it for her, get it ready. I think Diana is going to have the first bite. I can't try it for you. You have to try it first, hon. All right. Are you ready for the 1-pound gummy bear? Wow. Doesn't even want to come off the back. Whoa. That smells cherryish. Well, it's cherry now, but once she bites into it, it will no longer be cherry. That's what the car geeks talk about. They say, my car is cherry. I really don't know what that means. Because, I guess in my mind, I never really viewed a car as being fruit. Oh, man! You know what, hun? We could make our own 1-pound gummy bears. We could keep this mold and then get other gummy whatevers, put the gummy whatevers in here, and then come summer, we just stick this mold in the car and then let the gummies melt into a bear. What do you think? I can tell you what I think. I think Diana's left the room. I was hoping to try this with her. Boy, she might have been right. This gummy is a little sparkly. It comes with sparkles, too. Wow. This is like the perfect food for Diana. Okay, well, Diana's not coming. Okay, well, so much for that. Oh, you might want to know about some geek news because, like I said, there wasn't a lot going on today, so I'm doing my best to cobble things together for you. Twitch is launching a free music library for video game streamers. Not a big deal for me because I don't stream video games, but when I was out yesterday getting the Star Wars #1 comic, you'll see it played out in the vlog, which I hope everybody subscribed to because it's moving into its own new channel come vlog 1000. When I was getting this, I went into a retro store and I thought there's a retro game store here in the Seattle area, well, probably more than one. And I walk in and I see the all these cartridges, and I'm like, I really don't want to collect cartridges, maybe one or two. What I'm looking for is a cherry Atari 2600 Adventure, not just the cartridge, but the booklet, the instruction booklet, and then the box in decent condition. Because I mean, that's the one I would collect. Because I really enjoyed that game. It was probably one of my favorites from the Atari 2600. Something that meant something to me. What I thought about is like potentially live streaming my playing of classic games, like connecting. Do I have the controller here? I don't think I have the controller here. Hang on. I've got a no, I'm sorry, it's not USB. Bluetooth controller. There we go. This should work with iOS. The iCade 8-bitty. The idea would be I could play, by way of Bluetooth, I could play classic games like this with the camera pointed at like my iPad screen, so that way there's no flicker or anything like that, and I'm able to talk and play at the same time, and we can figure out how to do some live stream gaming or something. Classic gaming though. So like every day I'd pick a different classic game to talk about or whatever, but I don't think I'm going to run into licensing issues. That's a big deal with gamers online. This is one of the reasons why, as much as I know people like watching video games and gamers are generating revenue from playing video games online, I don't know if I want to go that far because, well, let's put it this way. Microsoft just released some series of rules that I don't even understand. I mean, they came out and said, yeah, you can play Microsoft games, but you can't use the game title, the actual game title, in the title of your video. And they've only, like, whitelisted YouTube and Twitch, so leaving out any other kind of game platform at this time. Wow, that's astounding. So Microsoft's laying down rules, so it's good that they're laying down rules. However, they may be a little heavy-handed in the whole rule laying down scenario. That's kind of weird. Like, imagine playing, I'm trying to think of a game. Tetris. Well, Tetris is all over. It's not owned by Microsoft. But Halo. Halo's a franchise on the Xbox, at least. And, of course, you can play it on PC as well, or at least you used to be able to. Not a PC gamer, no doubt about it. You can't use the word Halo in the title. Well, okay. I understand them saying you have to include, like, something in your video description saying, Microsoft did not authorize this or whatever, but, Microsoft's given permission. Their licensing schemata. I think that's fine. But they're just still a little iffy on other bits of language, and it's just kind of got me a little concerned. For anybody who might have played the Xbox 360 or streamed any kind of Microsoft game at any point in the past, again, it gets me a little weird inside. This is another reason why I don't do a lot of screencasts anymore. If I am inclined to do any kind of video game playing or anything, I got to make sure I'm covered. Not just for the audio, but just everything. I mean, I don't want to, like, build something only to have it being taken away because I didn't get permission. And, hey, these things aren't my games. Now, this is my comic. I'm telling you, hey, this is what I feel about the comic. Here's a review of the comic. Fair use. This is my Gummy Bear, which Diana should have been eaten by now. I don't know if it's going to happen, though. Honey? How much you want to bet she's doing her hair at this very moment? She's doing her hair to eat a gummy bear. This is Chris's version of doing his hair. I'm a guy. I'm a guy. That's a perfect Instagram or Vine video. I'm a guy. There, I did it 3 times for everybody. Now, speaking of licensing, this also hit my radar today. A product or a service called Wavelength. It basically takes advantage of the UltraViolet cloud locker system. UltraViolet is like one of those things where you can buy the digital rights to watch the movie on a capable app or a compatible app. I like this because, well, I think it was just yesterday. Diana is, I think, ready to see Guardians of the Galaxy. Don't know yet. And, like, or Groot. Well, the baby didn't actually say anything in the movie. Sorry, spoiler alert. Okay, anyway. Well, if you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy by now, sorry. I'm going to spoil it for you. the approach to having a physical copy and a digital copy is a great approach. I was ready to buy it potentially on iTunes. It was $20. I was like, do I rent it for $6? I could get it locally on disc and rent it for a couple bucks. I'm like, but maybe I want it digitally. So the way to get it digitally is to buy like the 3D Blu-ray plus regular Blu-ray plus digital copy of it. So you get it all for like $25. I'm like, well, it was probably worth $25. I enjoyed the movie. And then I'd be able to watch it in perpetuity, so long as, the app or UltraViolet continues forward in terms of its licensing strategy and content. So Wavelength, what it does is it takes advantage of something that was built into UltraViolet, which I don't know if you knew about. I didn't even know about it either. UltraViolet movie owners can share their library with up to 6 people. So you could, ideally then watch it with friends and family. So Wavelength basically taps into that aspect. So it's not doing anything that violates any kind of licensing scheme. Pretty smart, I think. But I think that is pretty darn cool, honestly. And I think it would be something to take advantage of, potentially. I'm a big fan of the digital anything, because I don't want to keep track of a physical product. That's why I'm a fan of Audible for audiobooks, why I'm a fan for Spotify, of Spotify for audio, music, fan of Netflix types, Amazon types, any streaming service, anywhere where I don't have to manage the content. I'm so happy, because I just don't want to deal with that. It's just a headache I don't want to deal with. So I'm thinking about getting Guardians of the Galaxy, the Blu-ray 3D digital combo thing for $25. But then I'd be able to watch it, and then through Wavelength, it would make it easier for a friend of mine to be able to basically borrow a digital movie, and it's completely legal. It's written into the language of how all of these technologies work together, which in my estimation is absolutely outstanding. I do have a challenge that it's not laid out in the vlog that was done today, although today's vlog was rather awesome. Every day's vlog is rather awesome. Hon? I've lost her. Okay. Well, the vlog we're recording today features this product. Now, granted, the vlog I don't think will be out for a few more days, because a few days behind for a lot of different reasons. It's less than vlog 1000, I can tell you this. I guess a fan sent this. Matthew Reeves sent the Darth Vader toaster. I can make Star Wars toast with a Vader that you can't see very easily, because it's kind of dark in there. But it's the toaster's in the shape of Darth Vader head. You put the bread in the top, and the bread comes out with Star Wars burned on it. That's what it looks like right there. I have the Darth Vader toaster. It's a Darth Vader toaster. I got toast right there. See, I'm a little depressed. I mean, I'm happy, but I think I'm only going to be able to toast out Star Wars. I wanted to toast out Vader's face. That would be cool, too. I think there was an old toaster that did that, but I never got that toaster. This is new. This was on my wish list. Thank you, Matthew, for sending this along. I've got it in the box right now. So the challenge is, because I also received a comment from somebody else the other day saying, hey, Chris, I really wish you'd get back into doing the 1,000 like challenge for the vlogs. So the vlog that I'm recording today, if we get to 1,000 likes, I will basically unbox the Darth Vader toaster, and we'll make Darth Vader toast in the vlog. So it's really up to everybody who's watching. If they want to see the Darth Vader toast and being used and everything, they like the video, we get to 1,000, I'm able to have Star Wars toast. That will be the challenge for the vlog I'm recording today, vlog number 995. Wow, vlog 995. 5 days away from 1,000 vlogs, and we launch into a new channel at that point. That's crazy. Honey? Okay, she's a total gummy tease. Because I'm about done here with TLDR. Got to move into a very brief hangout with the patrons, and then we've got our Vlogger Fair / Gnome Decks call. 2 events coming up this year that I'm hosting. Vlogger Fair for family vloggers, or just anybody who wants a YouTube event here in Seattle. And then the second one, Gnome Decks, is going to be like a YouTube event for geeks and nerds. YouTube event, media nerds. So think of the biggest geeks and nerds that you would want to meet at Gnome Decks, and we'd hope to see you there. Of course, Vlogger Fairs for the people who aren't necessarily geeky or nerdy, but doing things on YouTube as well, potentially with their family, more of the vlogging style of documenting. That's really all I had to share with you today. I don't know what happened to Diana. I hope everything's okay. She may be taking care of Jedi downstairs, and I guess we're going to wait on the whole eating of the Gummy Bear. It may happen maybe in the vlog that we're recording today. I don't know. I'll ask if she's still in the mood for gummy bear food. No one knows. It's Diana. And you know what? She's the boss of me. Can't believe I just admitted that. You don't tweet that. Don't tweet it. Do not tweet it. Please. Otherwise she'll see it. And she'll never let me forget it. She'll have it tattooed on her arm. She doesn't even want a tattoo. Chris is the boss of me. That's what the tweet said. Thanks, everybody, for your support. I do appreciate it. As I said, I got to kind of scoot along and do other things today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing to all of our YouTube channels. Thank you for following across social media. Be sure to turn on get notifications on all of our Facebook pages. Otherwise, you won't get notifications, and Facebook will bury everything that we're sharing with you, and you'll miss all sorts of awesomeness on a minute-by-minute basis. And let's see here. Oh, yes, I love you, I appreciate you, but at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices.